Hey, what's up everybody? Welcome back to my channel. This is Real to Nikki. I'm Nikki. Karibuni sana. If you're new here, welcome. But if you've been here since, let's say, kuna walianza na maybe 2021, but if you're here, you've been here since lately, since 2024, you're still welcome, and thank you. Big thanks to you to getting me to where I'm at right now. Thank you so much. Big thanks to you. Now today, I don't know what I was doing, and I just figured I'm going to talk about this topic of questions you shouldn't ask a person on the first time meeting them. Like, you've just met a person and your first question is, are you sure you're blind? Or you've just met a visually impaired person and your first question is it true that you have a sixth sense? So like, if I stood behind you, can you still hear me? Or can you see me? What kind of questions are those? So there are some questions, there are some statements also I've been told to speak about. So questions kama hizo za you come, you find me with someone, or you find a friend, a visually impaired person with someone, and then you ask them, how come they're that beautiful? What? Iliandikwa wapi for you to have a disability you have to be ugly? Again, weird question. If you meet someone who's visually impaired, treat them like a human being, like you would want to be treated. Treat others as you would expect to be treated as well. Because you never know. Let me not say that, but again, you never know. It's true. You never know. Because tables might turn. Again, another one I've been told about is this one where a friend of mine went on a, let's call it a date somewhat. So he was with a girl, a lady, and they were having lunch or something, I don't remember. So the guy, the waiter comes and stands up kwenye my friend is, the guy, alafu anauliza the lady, atakunywa nini? So I've been told that is plain rude, and I agree, because just because I am visually impaired, it doesn't mean that I cannot hear you. It means I cannot see you. It doesn't mean I cannot hear you. And this goes to a lot of different people who work in different places. If you find me in your establishment, for example, or I am buying something, talk to me. Don't talk to the person behind me. Don't talk to the person beside me. It is so weird because I'm the one probably buying. It makes everything very uncomfortable, and sometimes it brings some tension because now probably the blind person is there thinking, kwani I'm not significant. Ama umeka ukauliza atakunywa nini, and instead of the lady answering, the guy answered akasema atakunywa whatever he wanted to drink. Then you come back and do the same mistake. Ati hai atakula nini? Mushachagua kitu ya kukula, atakula nini? Alafu you bring the meal and then you go, anajua kwenye spoon na fork iko, atakula peke yake ama tumitie mtu amsaidie. What? Anyway, those are just things that I felt I should mention. Personally, I've heard people talking about these things, but I have not experienced most of them. The one I've experienced is where I could be walking with someone, and then someone just comes and asks the person I'm with, ni mgonjwa, or akona shida, or like, I remember going to a hospital once and they assumed I needed to be admitted just simply because I am visually impaired. At the time, I think I had a tummy ache. I had something bad. Nilikuwa nimekula kitu na ilikuwa ina mess na tumbo yangu. So generally, all I needed was for them to check and see what medication they can give me so that I get better. These people waliniekea, kuna ile kitu wanakuwekeanga hapa ama I don't remember which one, but I think waliniekea kwa mkono. Wakanidunga ile shindano ya kanila ile ni wanakuwekeanga drip, that one. And it's, to some extent, it was like I was awaiting to be admitted. Now, I'm not the only person who's spoken about this thing of kwenda hosi and then you're treated like a fragile, going to die kind of person. And being blind, it is so disrespectful to be treated that way. Me, I'll say that for a fact. Another one is now when you go nikipanda Uber. There's a guy who actually straight up told me ati cause I'm blind he can actually marry me nisibaki peke yangu kwa hii dunia. I mean, heck guys, me, I'm beautiful and I'm worth someone's time, just not that particular person's time. I'm sorry, no. Ati ukutane na mimi kwa Uber and the first thing you think about is that I am so lonely in this world. Ni wewe tu unaweza nisaidia. Please get a life. Cause honestly, I use Uber cause it's efficient. It's fast for me and it's easier. Kuliko kwenda from matatu to matatu. It's not the cheapest option, but again, it is the safer option. Cause I will explain why it's the safest option for me. Cause I'm not the one who's calling it. 1, 2. The person who's called this can actually monitor the ride, and if there's an issue, because I noticed mkisimama for too long, it alerts the person who called the ride and it asks if I'm okay, and the person who asks for the ride will call me and ask me, are you okay? I'm not gonna shida. Na pia kuna ile option ya SOS if I'm not wrong, like option ya emergency. So I think it's a safer option, cause yeah, I just think for me it's a safer option. Someone also mentioned this thing where you find a blind person seated by themselves and then you go can you see how many fingers I'm holding up? If they told you they're blind, or if they're probably walking with a white cane, they probably cannot tell you how many fingers you're holding up. If they're walking with a white cane, best believe if you ask them, can you see that poster over there? They don't know what you're talking about, because they don't even know there's a poster over there. So we can I'm not here to blast people. As I said, I think I've said this several times, but I'm here to educate you and let you know that we are humans just as you are. And there's some questions that make people uncomfortable in different ways. There's a question I've been told that people don't like being asked because it makes them uncomfortable. For example, but I think personally I've had years to heal, but if you met me for the first time and you asked me, how did you become blind? I probably won't tell you. I'll probably give you a fake story, or I'll cook up a story. I don't know. I will tell you a story close to the truth, but I will not tell you the whole story because it's weird. I just met you. I don't know you. Me, I'm P for paranoid. I'm not going to tell you the whole story, obviously. So I think before asking certain questions, it's like you meet. It's like I meet someone, and then the first question is. The first question I ask is, do you have both parents? Why would I ask you that? It feels uncomfortable. And I don't think that's a first question you should ask someone in a first meetup. Or you meet someone and the first question is, kwenye mnakuanga wangapi? I think I can ask, but it's a weird question to ask still in my head. I'm trying to think of questions that would be weird to ask someone on a first day. I meet you and probably niliambiwa you don't have your two front teeth. The weirdest thing I could possibly do as me, being a blind person, it would be to come and be like, hey, niliambiwa. So is it true? And then you tell me yeah, and then I ask you what happened. If it's a personal story, something happened way back and it's traumatizing, you'll feel uncomfortable. It would be very weird to poke onto your traumas on a first meetup. It is just uncalled for and uncomfortable. Or you meet me up in a street and then you go, is it true that blind people can sense when someone is doing something bad or has bad intentions? I think everyone can do that, first of all, and secondly, if you come and ask me that question, as I said, P for paranoid, I may think you want to do something bad to me. So, yeah. This video was going to be a very short video simply because it's just a bunch of things that I heard about And I was like, wait. Like for example, my friend told me, Auntie, this thing where we meet up, we sit, and then it's like it dawns on you that I'm actually blind, and then you go silent. Why are you keeping quiet? Do you know how weird it is when you sit in front of a blind person and you just go silent? It's boring. Like now, I'm in my head. Me personally, I go into my head and I'll even forget that you're there. Like I'll forget that you're there, and I'll start remembering jokes in my head, and I might just start laughing, which is weird. It might make me look insane, but you decided to go fast. That's my head. That's me thinking. But yeah, like we dwell in places where people are willing to converse, because as we can't see, we won't see your facial expression, so we won't be able to judge what's going on or something like that. Don't get me wrong, if you're going through a lot and you came and sat in front of me, I will know you're not okay, and you probably don't want to say anything, and I can actually sit with you till you're able to talk about it. But in a situation where we were just supposed to meet up and then you come and sit, we talk kidogo and then you go silent. My God. And then there's this thing where mtu mlikuwa mnapiga, some random person akakuja akae kando yako, anzishe story, mmepiga story, and then they just woke up and move. I don't have a problem. I don't attach to people that fast personally. But if you're sitting next to a blind person and then you ask them questions and they vibe and they answer your questions, have the courtesy to just tell the person, that brings me to the end of this video. Nawapenda sana. Honestly, thank you for the support. Thank you for keep continuously being you, and for the support that you've been giving me in general. Yani nawapenda by the 2 beats. Thank you. More love, peace, and happiness.